So thank you so much for joining us on another edition of Lunch Out Loud Ottawa, number 44.
All right.
My name is Nick Bachewski.
And I'm Andrew Miller.
And of course, we're the podcast that talks to the people, places, events, and music that make Ottawa the incredible city that it is. And before we get to Miss Angie Sackler-Seymour, why don't we hear from the band we're featuring this week? All right.
Hi, this is Derek from High Waters. We're playing tonight at Mercury Lounge to kick off our Eastern Canada tour. And once we get back, we're playing at Ritual Nightclub on October 18th as part of Live 88.5's Big Money Shot Contest 2013. The three songs that you're about to hear are Haunted House, Scribbles, and Decrepit, which are all part of our Gather Wish EP. You can find us on our website at highwatersmusic.com.
So hopefully you check them out tonight at Mercury Lounge, and then again at the Hot 88 or not
Live 88.
Live 88. Big Money Shot on the 18th. There's going to be a lot of bands. We're going to have more bands that are going to be at the finals that night as well going forward. Yep. So we're here at the lovely Angie's Models and Talent Agency headquarters on Clarence Street, right beside the Senate and Empire Grill. Great area. Mm-hmm. I like it.
Thank you.
And so thanks so much for allowing us to be here, Angie.
Thank you for asking me.
Oh, no problem.
It was good. I saw you last night at the Ottawa International Film Festival gala. That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun, yes.
I hope to check out some of the movies this weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe some of your stars are
Actually, they are, yes.
Yeah,
so
you got a few stars in there,
A few, yes.
So that'll be a lot of fun. But before we get to everything that you do for the city, why don't we get to learn more about yourself, like what keeps you in Ottawa, what kind of hotspots, restaurants you like to go to when you're not always working, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and where did it all start?
Where did it all start?
Montreal, right?
I was born in Montreal, actually, yes, 55 years ago.
Oh, this is going to be a
long story.
This is going to be a long interview.
And I was discovered by Audrey Morris at 13 years old. And as a model, but I never wanted to be a model. I always wanted to be an actress or some kind of a performer. And then my parents moved to Cornwall, Ontario.
Yeah,
and
I know
thought,
it well.
oh my God, the place smelled.
Yeah.
And
Which it doesn't anymore.
No, it doesn't, because
Really?
Domtar's
Full place
gone
now,
and
yeah.
Cordall's is gone.
Yeah.
But that's how it started. And so I worked for the government.
Okay.
And I used to organize fashion shows. And I discovered little Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
And that's how it started. And the rest is history.
Was he mainly one of your first major clients then?
Yes. Before I was even a company.
Before you were a company.
I was just me doing charity work because I wanted to. I wanted to make people feel really good about themselves. And we used to do an annual fashion show to raise money for the Lights of Hope for
And
Hotel
this
2.
was while you were still in Cornwall? Oh, yeah, at the Hotel 2,
in
obviously.
Cornwall,
Yeah.
working for the unemployment office.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
They must have been busy there.
It was busy. Very busy, actually.
Just a while,
Yes. And, then years later, of course, we moved to Ottawa.
Yeah.
And I love Ottawa because it's in between Toronto, Montreal, and our actors and models work in Montreal, Ottawa, and Toronto.
Oh, well, that's great. How long have you been in Ottawa for then?
15 years.
15
years.
And Angie's Models is, 20 years
22.
old this year? 22 now? Mm-hmm. Oh, well.
I
Oh,
should
yes, that's
update
right.
my website. It's
That's
22
right. I was
years.
reading it.
Yes.
I forgot the date on
Yeah.
there. Well, congrats on that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
some restaurants and some places that keep you in Ottawa that maybe when some stars or talent scouts come to Ottawa, you bring them to...
I really like, when the talent scouts come in here, we really enjoy the service over at, what's that place called? Cornerstone?
Cornerstones, yeah.
Yeah.
Good patio.
Yes. Yeah. So they give us great service. And Empire Grill's another one, but...
Yeah. Well, you're surrounded by a ton of them here. I guess your lunches must be
the lunches,
quite something
that's
all
right.
the
And
time.
Starbucks and the Cupcake Lounge.
Yeah, it's pretty much never ending.
Yes.
What are their thoughts of Ottawa when they come in? Because I know a lot of people from maybe New York City or Toronto, they have their reservations against Ottawa. What are they seeing major changes here?
They love it. I have people that come every year for my showcase from all over the world, from New York, Japan, Los Angeles. And they love Ottawa. They love the energy, especially down in the market, the vendors, the restaurants, everybody. They just love, and they buy jewelry on the streets. They really, really enjoy Ottawa. They don't want to leave, and especially when they could rent a bike and drive up and down the canal.
They're doing the Bixie bikes. They're trying the Bixie bikes.
Yes, they do. That's right.
Nicely done.
I still haven't tried them yet myself. Yeah. So what are some other things that you like to take people on besides restaurants and whatnot? What are some other things that are holding you here in Ottawa? I mean, obviously, owning a company like this, you really could do it from just about anywhere, I would assume. But why sticking around then?
Ottawa? Yeah, it's just a beautiful city. There's so much diversity. There's a lot of, different cultures. So it gives us a lot of flavors to pick from.
Absolutely. Yeah. You used to live in the Rockcliffe Park area?
Yes.
Okay, and now you're
in Manotick.
Yeah, and what's the big changes that you
Manotick
that you
is
see
gorgeous. There? It's like you're on a vacation 24/7.
Yeah.
You leave Manotick and you come downtown, and here's the city. But Manotick is fresh air and just beautiful.
River, the great river, nice restaurants out there as well.
And the beautiful restaurants, yeah.
The Mill.
The Mill, and there's the other one.
Black Swan?
Black Dog.
Black Dog, yes.
You need reservations even for breakfast there.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a while since
And then there is La Piazza.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And you've been all over the world for the talent agency and everything. Yes. Well, anything you've seen in New York or Toronto that they have in this kind of this job and this kind of situation that we don't have in Ottawa that you could see that we need, or you see something that...
I think Ottawa is really... I'd say 20 years ago, no, Ottawa was not the place.
Not set up for...
But now, Ottawa is right up there. Comparing New York, okay, never sleeps. Yeah. Ottawa does sleep. L.A., Ottawa's better than L.A. L.A. rolls up their sidewalks at 9 o'clock. Yeah. There's just private parties. There are no clubs There are clubs, but people don't do clubbing. Yeah. It's all about house parties and private house parties.
Have you been seeing a major change in the past few years with more designers in Ottawa, people sticking around in Ottawa? Yes. I think we're seeing that with the internet and being able to sell here. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are staying here.
They are, because it's not as expensive. So designers are really getting their start here. Then they might move on to Toronto or Montreal. But really, a lot of them start off in Ottawa. And now having Ottawa Fashion Week, that's a great venue for brand new designers to launch their line.
And you do a lot of stuff for the...
I do a lot, yes.
What are some of the other big events that in town here that you help out with or take care of and whatnot?
A lot of film work. Well, a lot of film work lately. It's been really crazy for Ottawa and very good for local actors. And also people that want to experience acting or being on a set, there's a lot of extra work. They're looking for extra work. Like today I had to post looking for extras immediately in Nepean.
Oh, really?
You know, so these are people that are just hanging out at home, and you could get to see what happens on a TV set or a film set, and you'll never watch TV the same again.
I bet.
Best laid plans will be a lot of fun to watch next. There's going to be so many people from Ottawa on that TV
extras
show.
And also speaking roles. Yeah,
you'll see me as an orderly in that one.
Oh, really?
That was a lot of.
Nick likes to fill in there for some.
Yeah, I've been on I think 6 this year, so we're getting more and more every single year. which is great to
And
see. And let's continue doing
once
it.
a studio gets built here,
Hopefully, we're
Ottawa
hoping
is
for
going
babies.
to be the biggest competition for Toronto because everything is now in Toronto.
Because they have this so
They
many
have studios.
sound stages. Yeah.
That's right, and Ottawa does not.
So do you foresee more and more films and movies
A
being
lot more.
being made here in town then?
A lot more.
Because I know we
Yes.
had a couple here and there over the last year. Well, there was
We've
that
had
one.
about six. Well, they're
Yeah,
Alona.
Breakdown at 17, The Best Laid Plans, the
There's a
Man
Girl
Who
House.
horror
She
movie
Met.
there,
It's
The Girl
everybody.
House.
The Girl House. Yeah, that was
The Last
that
House
was
on the
quite
Street or
risque.
something.
Actually,
That's going to be an interesting one. I know
That
Trevor
is
Matthews is still working on that to get it
yeah.
out right now.
A lot of my girls didn't want to audition for that because there's nudity and kind of like soft porn.
It's going to
Yeah.
be an
Girl,
interesting.
let's marking it down.
Yeah.
So, and you first started with models, but now it's a talent agency.
Yes.
What does that
I
encompass?
never expected to do actors. Never ever.
But I mean, your first one look
Ryan.
Look at your
so
success
you know
there.
what? It just
the first thing you
comes
said
around.
was to get
That's
Ryan
right.
into
That's
acting
right.
and away from
But
singing.
I wasn't
so.
even a company then. I was just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess, then more and more people were coming to the open calls when I moved to Ottawa, and they were kids. And I thought, kids can't model international. What fashion shows will pay a child? It's volunteer. But commercials is a big industry, and kids make a lot of money in commercials, and parents are willing to take them to these auditions and do whatever it takes. But teenagers is a little harder to market because parents don't want to help them out.
Yeah.
And so with kids, that's a very lucrative business. Plus, I get 15% off of that. So
Yeah. Well, and it's great, I think, for the kids.
it's
I mean,
wonderful.
they can start building their college funds that way quite easily. Right?
My son did that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he used to do a lot of commercials.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's and you a lot of camaraderie, I guess, on the set. Kids, there's a lot of time
they
in between
learn a
takes.
lot of skills, meeting different people and the public speaking skills, and it's just a whole different world for a child to experience at a young age, and they're very well protected. So
There's a lot of people do have reservations.
That's right.
Especially.
Yeah, I think some
Yes.
people would think, oh, I'm exploiting my child
but
or
it's
whatnot. But
no.
They hear a lot of.
They hear, but
Yeah.
if they go with the wrong people, yeah.
That could happen.
I'm
There's
a
a lot of-
mom, and I
there's a
have
lot of
2
scandals.
kids.
Not here at Angie's, though.
No,
It's perfect.
I'm a mom. I'm
Yeah.
all these kids are my kids. I'm responsible for them. So I would not send anybody out to anything unless I could say I could send my own child.
Well, that's good.
How much does it cost to get started? At what age would you say
I represent
parent?
kids.
Because a lot of parents love the look of their kids. I'm seeing that on Instagram and.
Oh yeah, everybody's child is the most
It's
beautiful
a,
child in the
it's
world.
a star.
And they are beautiful,
Yeah.
but it's not just the beauty. That they must have that X factor,
Yeah.
that makes them special. Just like Ryan Gosling, he had that X factor.
I was special, but in a different way. I was on Romper Room, but I was kicked off for not
I
listening.
remember
I
that
was kicked off
show.
for not.
Really?
Yeah, I was not. I never listened to the girl. I ran if she said run one way, I'd run the other. So.
Right,
But
so
I should
You
have.
kids need to be disciplined. They need to
Mom,
be
come on.
focused when they're on a set. There's a playground, and then there's a TV set.
Yeah.
You can't have the playground on the TV set.
So you teach these skills.
Yes, we teach them skills, and it has to be within that child.
Yeah.
It's how they're brought up at home, and a little 4-year-old that acts like a 20-year-old, that's the kid that works.
Yeah.
They're
But-
very
So,
articulate and very
Speaking of ages,
focused.
what age groups do you work with?
4
then?
years old,
4 years old and up.
right up to as long as you could walk and talk.
Oh, that's good.
And then
but no infants.
No infants. There's no work for babies.
It's tough, eh?
It's very tough because if you are a client and you call me today and you're looking for a 3-month-old, and the baby, for example, if I had a baby on my roster that was 3, but now you're calling he's a year old.
Oh, that's true.
That's
eh?
true.
Doesn't work because when Giant Tiger used to shoot here, I used to book a lot of babies.
Yeah.
And how did I get them? Families within this family. I used to post it on I still do if I get a request, post it on my Facebook page or on my blog, and people would call in.
Yeah.
I'd have babies booked within seconds.
Yeah, I suppose that's probably the easiest way.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And then, so what's the process as soon as they come in the
The
door? They
process-
think, okay, we got a kid that's going to be awesome. should be in show business. Let's call Angie. What's the process
That's
there?
right. So they will come into an open call.
Okay.
And there's at least 100 people here at every open call. And they will walk that runway that you see behind you. And by themselves, and they will introduce themselves with their name, their age, and then I will ask them a few questions of what their hobbies are, who's their teacher, what do they like to do, what's their favorite food, and to see if they could look at me straight in the eye instead of fidgeting and that's not a kid that's ready if they fidget and don't look at you. So I could tell which child is ready. And from then, if I do like them, I talk to the parents and maybe get them to do their pictures, their little headshots, or they might have a school photo, and start getting them trained and developed. And take some acting classes so they'll know how to compete on a TV set.
Any specific acting places in Ottawa that you recommend?
Actually, we do it all. We do
really?
everything. Yeah, we do have some acting classes. So if I accept anybody and I do ask them if they want to take the acting class, and they do, that means I also represent them at the same time. And of course, acting doesn't mean it ends here. So, like my daughter, who's 28, she's traveled to Vancouver, LA, New York, everywhere to take acting classes. Because you don't just take an acting class and go, okay, forget it. But as a little child, that's all you need. Then it's, instincts and what they already know. But as an adult, you need to keep training. You need to work on your craft. In LA, I have people in LA, Brianna Barnes. She's 28, the blonde one right here. If she's not in an acting class, nobody will audition her.
Really?
You have to be always in a class.
Yeah, always be learning sort of thing,
Yes,
right? I guess.
yeah.
In that,
Picking additional skills
Yeah.
and keeping quick and
Yeah.
everything. Is it very costly for parents, or is it, is it the same kind of, like, equate it to maybe playing hockey or
It's
or
much
ballet
less than
or,
playing hockey, because a lot of parents go, I'd rather do this than hockey's costing me a fortune.
Yeah.
With this, you're going to get your money back.
Yeah, the odds of payout here versus hockey are a little.
That's right.
Little easier.
Over here, at a 4 years old, we have kids that have made, like little Hannah has made $60,000 when she was 4 or 5 years old.
Wow.
Is a hockey player going to do that at 4 years old? No,
No,
you're
no.
going to invest about that much until they get anything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's true. That's one way to look at it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we'll get back and talk more because I have some more questions about that
Okay.
because I find this very interesting. We're going to listen to one more song from High Waters. This one is Scribbles, and we'll be right back with Angie.
Bones to on half lane. Who is to blame when I run out of proud faces? Lions to be tamed. It's not the same when roads take over. Still voices. Blast off at full speed. There is no need to wait evermore on Venus. It has to be. I'm a
All right, so I hope you enjoyed Scribbles and get out to see High Waters, of course, tonight at Mercury Lounge or the 18th for the Live 88.5 Big Money Shot
At Ritual.
At the Ritual. It'll be a lot of fun. So we were talking about the children, like making a couple of them making $60,000.
A lot of
That's
money.
crazy.
It's a lot of money.
There's a kid that did Mr. Clean at 8 years old, made $80,000.
That's 80,000.
Oh,
How
wow.
much time are they? How much time?
One
does that
day
take?
on the set.
One day on set
Yeah.
can get you 80,000.
And then the residuals. They played it for years. Another girl did McDonald's. She did it at 9, and they still aired that McDonald's commercial until she was 19 years old. So every year they would renew it.
How much on
Holy.
residuals would you make?
It all
on that
depends
kind
on the channels
Yeah.
and which networks are showing it. And so that's why residuals, it's a lot of money in commercials.
I
But
bet.
film work is more prestigious,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't pay as much because film buys you out. They do a buyout either 50%, 75 or 105% or 200%. That's film. But with commercials, kids could really pay off their university education.
Are many of
that's
them being filmed in Toronto, or we got them here, or is it
The
mainly
commercials?
Yeah, mainly Toronto.
Toronto.
It's Toronto. Eh?
Toronto.
So they'd audition here, then you would
Then
recommend,
I submit
then
them.
you submit.
Then I
it.
get the breakdown from the casting director,
Okay.
and I submit them. And then the casting director calls in the kids that they feel match the look they're looking for. Because if they give me an age range of 4 to 8, I will submit my 4 to 8. If they want
All of them?
blondes,
All the
not
4 to-
all of them.
Okay.
If they want blondes, of course the blondes. And who is capable of speaking. Some of them are not capable of doing lines yet. Some are just silent on camera. So it all depends what they're looking for. So I'll submit them, and then the casting director calls me.
And are you building a greater reputation? You must be, because you've recently moved to Toronto. Your reputation must be growing a lot better with more successful. I know in our industries, of course, if you're consistently bringing the good work, they're going to put you at the top and go.
Yeah.
You just make it easier for
Right,
them,
right.
as opposed to other talent agencies.
Because I submit people that they're looking for. You know, I don't submit garbage. They don't have time to go through people that don't fit the specs. So you can't submit 50 people on one role. They're not going to call anybody. They're not even going to look at it. So you got to submit quality.
Approximately how many people are under you now then?
150.
And that's both men and women, obviously.
Ages 4 to adult.
Any other
Wow.
recent successes that you would like to share with us
Well,
that we should
Zach-
be proud in Ottawa for,
well,
and that we should be
Zach-
looking out for?
Zach Pelado, Alex Cardillo. Zach Pelado is off to LA. I submitted him for Days of Our Lives. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, and he didn't get the part. The casting director loved him. And then she goes, "Does he have his working visa?" And I went, "Oh, let me check." I was just buying time.
Yeah.
And of course, he didn't get the part because of his visa. But he's off to LA again this week for another screen test. He's been to LA 3 times already.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then you
So,
come-
so you
and
must
he
ship
was-
them. They obviously go everywhere, or is it pretty
Yeah,
much just
everywhere.
Toronto and LA that
no,
people end
everywhere,
up shipping out to?
everywhere. Actually, today there's kids auditioning, little boys that if they book it, parent and themselves will be flown to Dubai to shoot a commercial.
Oh, that sounds
Wow.
awful.
Plus, they get paid $8,000 plus their trip plus per diem every day. It's
so
good
the
money.
parents are a little happy with that one too.
One
eh?
child refused it because the parents felt they can't do it.
Well, it must be tough for some people getting off work and whatnot.
That's right. So they refused. Last week there was an audition that if the child booked it, they would go to Cancun for a week and shoot the SunQuest or one of those travel company commercials. And one parent again refused it because they said there's no way we could take time off work if the child books it.
Well, if these people need parental guardians, I think
That's what
myself
I
or
said.
Nick,
I
will
said, I will
gladly
go. I will gladly
Make
go.
sure they don't get into any
Yeah.
trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not us though. So right now you get all you see all these.
I get
from
all the
across
breakdowns
from-
from Toronto, Montreal, LA, Vancouver, and then I submit.
That must
If
be
it's-
tons a day, is it not?
Yes, it is. In LA, Vancouver, they will request for self-tapes. Montreal and Toronto, the people have to be present at the audition.
And you do a lot of taping.
A
here.
lot of taping here. We have a green room. on the next
So are you
side.
doing? Are you leaning more towards helping with the acting portion than just modeling now?
No.
No,
No,
it's-
it's 50-50.
Yeah?
50-50. Yeah.
And you
It's
like
equal.
it that way,
I
50-50, or
love
are
it.
you more
I
interested in
love
one
it.
aspect
no,
or the other?
Interested in
no,
everything.
everything. You know, it's really fulfilling to see the smile on people's faces and to hear the scream on the other side of the phone when I say you booked the job or you're going to Milan, you're going to Dubai. It's the squeals make me happy.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. It's got to be a dream for a
It's
lot of people,
It's
right?
a dream
So-
come true for a lot of people. So I make dreams come true.
Oh, that's
Okay,
awesome.
here's a
Yeah.
question.
Okay.
Would you go back to the unemployment office in Cornwall?
I
you
never
had a
looked
chance?
back. No.
No.
Hey, well, you can look forward. I'm sure it's still
you
open.
know, I did.
It could still be open. We
I
could.
did help a lot of people though while I was there.
Yeah.
I was out of the box. People would bring in their cards and drop it in the box, and I would go in the box and pick up those cards and input them the same day so they could get their check much earlier.
Okay.
So
There
they
you
would
go.
come in and say, "Oh, thank you so much for doing that."
You always cared about helping people. And
That's
still
right.
do it.
That's right.
So what's next for Angie then?
What's next?
What are we looking for
Toronto
more?
is growing quickly, so we're still getting it ready. But there's been a lot of auditions because of the Toronto. A lot
that's
more.
your son?
My son running it. Yes.
So is there an office space there in Toronto
Yes,
as well?
right in Liberty Village on
right.
Fraser, where all the studios are there. Yeah.
About how many talent agencies are there in Toronto that you're going up
I've
against?
never counted.
But there are a significant number.
There's a significant, quite a few. Yes, I would say.
What about Ottawa and whatnot?
Well, Ottawa, when I first moved to Ottawa, Max Keeping and the crew came here and they said, Angie, you came into a city where there's competition, and before in Cornwall, you were the only one.
Yeah.
How do you feel? I go, you know what? And to this day, I don't look at the competition. I always compete against myself.
Yeah.
As long as I know what I'm doing and what I am giving to the client, that's what matters. I don't care what other people do.
No.
And I don't compare myself to them. You know, I
can't.
compete
I will
against
agree with
myself, and that's what's made me successful.
Yeah. Now, I've always considered Ottawa a very beautiful place.
It is.
Very beautiful people.
Yes.
Do you find the majority of your models are coming directly from Ottawa? Or do you have models...
The farms.
The farms, eh? Country
The
people
farms,
like myself,
the country
right?
people, Chesterville, Morrisburg,
Yeah.
Monkland.
There you go,
You
Monkland.
know, those Almont, like the country brings in the most beautiful people. They're just down to earth, and they're so much fun to work with. They don't have any expectations, no demands, and those are the people that don't expect anything that gain a lot of success. The people that are very demanding and expect success won't get it.
Yeah.
And I tell them that. It's not for you.
And you don't like working with that. You
No.
you work with people you enjoy to work.
That's right.
work
They're
with.
doing it because they love it. They
Yeah.
have a passion. And you know,
They're
most
happy
of-
not to be throwing bales of hay. And
That's right.
Scooping
That's
up
what
manure.
actually a few of them said. Yay, Angie! I don't have to do the chores this morning. Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
thank you.
coming on with us.
Thank
and
you.
Grace, that we have
Yes.
on next week, and we have another designer from the
Oh,
Ottawa
my
Fashion Week on next
goodness.
week. So
Yeah.
this is kind of our fashion month.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
That's
We're
it.
going to learn how to be better people.
Yeah. This
Oh,
weekend,
Glenn.
do you have an open house this weekend? Or
Yes,
an
I
open
do
casting?
actually on Saturday
Wonderful.
at 1:00.
There you go, perfect.
Ages 4 to adult.
So anybody can pop by here at 37 Clarence.
37. Arrive at 12:45. I do start 1:00.
What should I bring?
Yeah.
What should I bring?
A parent if you're under 18, and your personality and energy and talent.
Got it. That we got his person.
So I can do one of the three there.
Yeah. So if you need
Yeah.
fill-ins for commercials, me and Nick are available,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You have great voices.
No,
Well, I think,
okay,
yeah,
you got-
we have a face for radio.
great voices.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. That's just wonderful.
Shut down. All right, so besides that on this weekend, what else we got going on?
Yeah, we'll just go
Oh,
over some
Ottawa
events.
International Film
That's
Festival.
what we got first
There
on.
we
So
go.
there's events all over Ottawa, oiff.ca to check out the schedules, to check out if you love movies, get out there. We're trying to make it bigger than Toronto's. We're getting there. Sunday night, I'll be at the Music Video Challenge. I love that one. That's going to be at Mansion Nightclub.
yes,
That's
yes.
always a fun one because we
My
get the
friend
local
runs
directors.
that club.
Oh, really?
Elon.
Elon, yeah. So Elon will be there. He's a great guy. Ribtoberfest, which I'll be hitting up this afternoon. The second,
What's
so it's the first time.
Ribtoberfest?
So it's like, you don't know about this?
No. Let's
It's
hear all about
ribs,
it.
ribs and sausages.
No. Actually, there is no sausages. It's just this Ribfest, second time. They have, and they have 18, so it's bigger than the first one.
Where?
On Spark Street.
Really?
So it's bigger than the first
Well,
one.
There's another 5 pounds.
And it's the biggest. This is the biggest one in Canada now.
my.
So it's bigger than
So we beat
the
out
Burlington
right?
because they got 2 more vendors. There's 18 vendors.
It's
at
this
one.
weekend.
This weekend,
Okay.
yes.
Wow.
So that's a lot of
Are
fun.
we going to be doing that twice a year all the time now?
It's up to Les, so probably
Oh.
he loves
Do it
his
up,
ribs.
Les.
Why not? It was packed
Do it
again today.
up,
People love it.
yes.
Look at the weather. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
My
So why
goodness.
not do it twice
Yeah.
a year?
sure.
You got Bo's Oktoberfest
Can't miss that. Lots of good bands going to be
Friday
there
and
too,
Saturday.
right?
Are you going to be there?
I will be there Friday. Yep.
You'll
Sasha,
be there Friday?
Sasha Leclerc will be playing
He's
Friday
playing on
evening
Friday.
as well at the local tavern or pub or
I'll be there on
whatever
Friday.
it is in Bankley Hill. I don't know.
Sweet, I can catch a ride home with them. So I'll be
There you go.
volunteering at that on Friday night, and then going on Saturday after I score a gig here.
Oh, and we got to wish Sasha good luck this weekend. He's flying off to Calgary right
That's
after
right.
that for the
DJ
Red Bull
Kid SL.
finals.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
DJ Kid SL. A guest that we've had on the show before is going to represent Ottawa in Calgary for the national DJ
wow.
championships.
Wow.
The Canadian Comedy Awards are going on this weekend. So that's something that we love. Comedy. Mark Forward is playing in a poker tournament tomorrow, which would be hilarious.
Oh, is he really?
Orleans Business Showcase is happening at the Shankman Arts Center at 10 to 4 p.m. That's a great time because almost every business in Orleans gets out there, and you get to talk to every single entrepreneur, every single person that runs a store.
And so they're really growing a lot out there, too. A lot of good restaurants are starting to pop
absolutely.
up.
So it is so great and it's always so packed from 10 to 4 p.m. with all the you get to. It's really community knit, and that's what we love. Excellent. And tomorrow night on Friday, the Ottawa School of Arts is having an Appetite for Art fundraiser at 35 George Street. So there's a lot of art going on there too.
There you go.
You got anything else?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
That's a lot. So thank you so much. We're gonna
thanks again, Angie.
And they say Ottawa's boring.
Well, that's it, and that's why we do this.
Oh my God, Ottawa's not boring.
Look how
every
much
weekend
stuff's going on this weekend.
Yeah, we have to cram in our events every weekend. It's just you just don't have enough time.
You got Tigers playoffs coming up too.
Tigers,
and Detroit or Ottawa versus Toronto in hockey.
There
Saturday
you go.
Night. Look
They're
how busy
here?
it is. No, it's in Toronto.
Toronto, okay.
It's crazy. The Senators don't have their first home game until mid-October.
goodness.
Yeah, they put it off quite a bit.
It's such a weird schedule this year. Anyways, so this is the last song from High Waters. It's Decrepit. I hope you like it and get out there and support your local Ottawa music. Thank you so much.
All right, have a good weekend.
Bye.